Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS BIZTOOLS. Welcome to this brief update on what we're doing as far as business advisory services. This morning I'm joined by Amanda Gascoigne from Amanda Gascoigne Consulting in the lovely Port Stephens area of New South Wales. Good morning, Amanda. How are you?
Good, thank you, Peter, and good morning to you.
Today we want to talk about the services that smaller accountancy firms can be making to their clients, especially to complement the annual accounts taxation superannuation fund work that most small accountants do. So what's your thoughts on that, Amanda?
Look, I definitely think it's something that I know a lot of accounting practices want to do, and it's something that I wanted to do in my practice as well. But it's that issue is, how do we get the time? How do we time to actually deliver the services, but also the time to think about what are those services going to be, train ourselves, work out what our packaging and our pricing of those services are going to be. So there's a lot at stake before we actually go and start offering. But it's definitely something that it's an issue that often it comes back to a capacity and an issue and a planning issue. So, and I think it's definitely the way that our small business clients definitely want this work. They want this work from us. It's something that they're prepared to pay a lot more for than compliance work. And from a long-term relationship from a client, this is the stuff that they want. This is the stuff that's going to keep them at your practice and not go looking elsewhere.
Yes, Amanda, you and I have got a 30-minute conversation on Wednesday, the 23rd of this month, February, and we're going to be talking about all of these issues, but some of them include helping clients who are tradies to set their charge-out rates. How many of them just think of a figure or listen to someone in the pub or the club and becomes their charge-out rate? Do you think accountants can do more work to assist these clients?
Yeah, absolutely. So with that, checking in on that charge out rate, we don't know how many hours our clients are working to get some of the profits that they are getting, or maybe they're not as profitable as what they think they are. So it's a really important conversation to have with our tradies, especially even as they come in the door first up, that you actually sit down and explain all the things that actually go into a charge out rate. So quite often there, individuals start businesses on their own. They are so busy. They might be happy with their charge out rate to start with, and they're making good money because they're their own boss. They've got no one else to worry about. They can get to the job, get the quoting done. But then as they grow and grow and grow, they need more resources, and that charge out rate doesn't cut it any longer. So they need to understand the things that go into that, what to be considered. If they do have extra equipment, if they are quoting on a lot more, they're losing some of that chargeable time. And if also they've got staff to factor into the equation. So it's a really good conversation. It's something that I know that with my clients, when I had my accounting practice, we did check on pretty much annually, just to do a quick check. What other people, I'd say, what are other people charging? Because they sort of know what other people are charging. And then, that's too expensive. And then we worked out and said, well, actually, it's probably not. They're probably making, if you were charging that, this is the money you'd be making. Yeah. So it's actually just getting them to correlate the different elements that actually make up that charge out rate, their profitability, etc. So they're not working ridiculous number of hours, and they're really enjoying the business that they thought they were going to have that work-life balance.
Yes, and I think this is a very important role for accountants to offer. Another matter we've been discussing before we went on air was research and development. Now, we're not trying to frighten accountants, but a lot of your clients during this COVID-19 lockdown periods may have been doing some experimentation, and there are some attractive taxation benefits for them. They do have to be a company. You probably need to have a discussion with them soon so that they're aware of the opportunities. Do you think that's a valid activity for an accountant to be performing?
Yeah, look, I think it's definitely something that we've got a lot of small businesses during COVID have really rethought what they want to do in their business, whether they wanted to go down a different direction, they wanted to expand on something that they may not have had time to do in the past, but because of lockdowns and that, they've had plenty of time to do that research and development. And, you know, it's perhaps not for every single accountant. You may not want to actually have an R&D arm, but you may want that. You may then decide that you want to outsource that function. So I guess it's a matter of thinking about and being aware of all the opportunities that are there and working out what you want for your firm. So are you going to pursue learning more about it and having more systems to actually be able to deliver that? Are you going to just say no? Or are you going to, outsource? And it just depends, because I think, we do want to have the opportunity when that comes to into play, that we have thought about that already. Because again, if we don't have a plan, and I'm not saying everyone has to do it. In my practice, I actually outsource this for a number of clients. So it really depends on what you'd like to do, but to being able to have a really confident discussion in front of your clients as to what your practice can offer, because if you don't do that, you're at the risk of actually losing that client and all that great work that you've done setting up their business, helping them grow, is just gone out the window. So we do need to really foster those relationships and see, think beyond what could happen. And if we still want to still keep that client and stay in that space, we need to have a solution for them.
That's very well said, Amanda. So we're going to be discussing these couple of issues together with a number of others relating to retailers, selling a business, buying a business, debtors management, capital raising for clients, on our special 30-minute conversation on Wednesday, 24th of February, 24th. Not 23rd. My apologies. I pulled across my timesheet. I still write a timesheet. And I thought, hey, that was the wrong date I just said. So my apologies. The 24th of February at 11:30 a.m. AEST, 12:30 p.m. AEDT. And you can go to the ESS BIZTOOLS website to register, www.essbiztools.com.au. So Amanda, I look forward to talking to you on Wednesday, and in the meantime, to everyone that's watching this short video today, have a great day, and we look forward to talking to you then. Thanks Amanda.
Peter.
Goodbye.
Thanks, Peter.